All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shemel Shai. I want to give double honor to the apostles of great mercy and do well. Salutation to the men of the Hoofland Saints elect. This is Brother Makazar from in Trinidad camp. Just want to do a little edification for the elect's sake. And the name of this lesson will be Jake Can't Take Pressure. All right? What I mean by Jake can't take pressure, as the scripture said, acceptable men is tried in the fullness of adversity. And pursuant to Baruch chapter 2, I believe, said we were sent sold unto our enemies, not for our destruction, but because we moved the Most High to wrath, because basically we sinned against him. So he was sent on this side, basically to serve punishment. But Jake can't take pressure, so what they do, they bend over to the so-called white man, to their oppressors, and basically do whatever they want them to do and sell out unto the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And even in these last days, we see it where more and more information coming out on the so-called spot, the chemical that they put in your arm that is not healthy and whatnot. But Jake will run to take it still because and their reason for taking it, well, I have to work, I have to eat, and if I don't take it, I can't work, I can't eat, and I can't take care of my family. But guess what? A little pressure and you basically folding up. All right, and it's nothing new. They've been doing that from years upon years. From since we left Egypt, they've been doing that. They didn't see Moses for 40 days, and they went back to Egypt, worshiping gods. All right, making themselves naked. All right, it was Exodus chapter 32. Went back worshiping the gods of Egypt after the Most High destroyed Egypt and their gods. All right. So it's nothing new under the sun. It's something that Jake always does. A little pressure and they fold and do things that are, basically even in the sight of the Most High. All right? In these times, you will hear Jake saying, he said, nah, I'm not taking that chemical in my arm. I'm not taking it. I'm holding my grounds. And then a little pressure a few weeks after, then you hear, so boy, I had to take it because, I couldn't work. They said if I didn't take it, I couldn't find any work. And I had my family. I had to buy Pampers. I had to buy milk. I had to pay rent. So I had to take the chemical shot in my arm. All right? And that is how the Lord, as the scripture said, then shall it be known who am I chosen. That is how the Lord gonna choose his men, the ones that gonna take pressure. The scripture said in Matthew chapter 24 and 13 says, he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. You have to endure. The word endure comes from the Latin word endure, which means what? To suffer. You have to suffer. All right? This Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, it says, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. This is what we actually lead into the RFID chip, the so-called cashless system. It says that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right? And if you don't have that RFID chip, you wouldn't be able to buy or sell. You wouldn't be able to eat. Right now, here in Trinidad, they're actually saying that they're going to open the bars, the gyms, and the movies, and also to eat in restaurants. You have to show proof of the chemical in your arm to be able to do these things. If not, you won't be able to use these facilities. And that is just the beginning of the end. They just showing you how we're leading up to Revelation chapter 13, verse 15 and 16. If you don't have the chemical in your arm, you can't use these facilities. soon they're gonna say, make it mandatory. If you don't have the chemical in your arm, you can't work. But guess what? The scripture says, my servant shall eat. The ones that follow and serving the Lord, the Lord gonna take care of them. But if you can't take a little pressure, as the scripture said, if you faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is weak. If you can't take a little pressure and fold up and then succumb to the way of the beast, then guess what? You wasn't really for Yahaba Hashem Yahushai. And that is why we have to exercise faith and hope. While even before we came to these days, we've been having to exercise faith and hope. And we see Jake being unable to take pressure because of a little pressure, and they fold up. They just do whatever they might say. They're not doing it. They say, hey, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. And a little pressure after, a few days after, a few weeks after, or a few months after, then they turn and they're like, you know what? Hey, you know what? I have to do it. I have a family to see about. I can't hold out anymore. All right? And that is why the scripture says, he that loveth mother, brother, sister, or father, or wife, or children more than me is not worthy of me. All right? You have to be able to put aside all these things to serve the Lord. All right? Basically, you have to have a selfish mentality. It's like, hey, the Lord's way or no way. That's basically the mentality you have to have being in this truth, because you can see Jake not being able to take pressure, and because of them not being able to take pressure will actually lead to their destruction, their demise at the end. All right, this is what actually gonna lead to. This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11. It says, in those days when they out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we had departed from them, we had had much sorrow. Since we said we're not gonna take the chemical in our arm, we had much sorrow, because we can't work, we can't eat, we can't go to the beach, we can't go to the club, we can't go to the movies, we can't get no food in the restaurants. It says, so this device pleased them well. It pleased them well, saying, hey, you know what? Forget about GMS. Let's just go and take the RFID chip. Let's just go and take the chemical in our arms. It says, then certain of the people was so forward therein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. All right? Gave them proof of their inoculation. That was the license. Give them proof of their inoculation. It says, whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem to the customs of the heathens. All right, and I just did a video a while ago called the image of the beast. All right, setting up the image of the beast. And that is how the image of the beast in Jerusalem, they set up Greek structures, resurrecting the image of the beast. You're seeing traces of the beast all around the world. All right, that is what the image of the beast is. You're seeing traces of the beast all around the world, reminding you of the beast, reminding that, hey, we're in the beast system. All right, verse 15, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and was sold to do mischief. All right, and that is what's going to happen to our people now, because they've had so much sorrow, because they've been so tied down, they've been so restricted, having to wear a mask all along, having to social distance, can't do this, can't do that. They're going to turn and take that inoculation so that they can show proof of their inoculation, so that they could be so-called free. But guess what? You might be free for a while, but you're going to be destroyed at the coming of the Lord, because evidently you're going to take, if it's easy for you to take the inoculation, guess what? It's going to be easy for you to take the RFID chip, because it's just the same thing. That's going to just step it up a notch. And the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai said, anybody that take that mark gonna be destroyed. The inoculation is not the mark, but basically it's just a trial run to prove how easy you people are gonna take the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. And because you can't take pressure, you're gonna be deceived into taking it and destroyed afterwards. All right? And to show is nothing new, because even in the days of Maccabees, in the days of the Greeks, they did it. A little pressure. Hey, and guess what? They follow the Greeks. And these time, a little pressure, what you do? You follow the beast. You do whatever the beast wants you to do. Because why? Because you want to live good. You want to live good. A little pressure and you fold up and you want to live good, so you do whatever the oppressor says to do. This is Revelation chapter 3:10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience. Means what? You withhold. All right, you didn't follow the beast. All right, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And you people being tried right now. Right now we need hour of temptation. We need wee hours of temptation. And you people being tried with that inoculation. And soon we're going to move on to the RFID chip, where you people are going to be tried even more. In the hours of martial law, you people are going to be tried. And all you people who've been taking the inoculation, all of you are going to sell out. All you people are going to sell out. All you people who say you're not going to take the RFID, take the mark of the beast, but you're taking the inoculation, what going to stop you from taking the RFID chip? All right? The Lord already trying you people, and you already failing your tests. So for the men that in the know, guess what? You hold strong until the Lord comes. All right? Don't fold up. All right? Because the Lord said acceptable men is tried in the fullness of adversity. All right? So the Lord putting us through pressure so that we could withstand in the evil day. There's the reason why the Lord putting us through pressure. Not only to purify us, but also to strengthen us, mind and body. All right? The book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 31, it says, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people. So yeah, they hear us on the street corners. They agree. And they hear thy words, but they will not do them. They will not say, nah, I have a family to see about. I can't not take the inoculation. I can't not take the RFID chip. What am I supposed to do? Well, guess what? You people didn't have faith. All right? It says, for with their mouth they show much love. They acknowledge what you say, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And when you look at the word covetousness, it means gain or profit or money. Their heart goeth after the things of this world. That is why they're following the beast. They're following the beast, taking the inoculation, eventually to take the RFID chip, basically so that they could buy and sell, so that they could do their daily duties, so that they could live. As the scripture says, he that gaineth his life shall lose it. If you try to gain your life in this kingdom, you're going to lose it. But if you lose it, means that you say, hey, nah, to hell with that. I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, and I stand on my grounds and serving Yahweh Shemi and Shai. Despite you might die, the Lord said you're going to gain life everlasting. So we're not living for now, we're living for the hereafter. Because there is a hereafter, and that hereafter will be eternal. All right? So don't be like the people. The scripture said in Proverbs 15, I believe it's 24. It says, let me read it. Proverbs 15:24. The way of life is above to the wise. That is where your life is with Yahweh Shai, Colossians 3:3. That they may depart from hell beneath. You just want to escape from the hell beneath. So you seek in the kingdom of Yahweh Shemi Shai. All right? You're not making this life a worry to you. All right? When you're making this life a worry to you, making this life an achievement, you want to achieve things in this life, it's going to be easy for you to sell out and to follow the beast. Follow the beast system, the image. All right? There's the final precept here. This is Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15. Instead of verse 14, it says, wherefore, hear the word of Yahweh, by Shemi Shai, ye scornful men that rule this people which is in Jerusalem. And a lot of the prime ministers and presidents in especially countries that more populated by Jake, especially in the Caribbeans here, like in this country, you have Keith Rowley, so-called prime minister. Guess what? You know, he's sold out. He's selling out his people just so that he could gain. All right? The prime minister of Jamaica, you know, Guyana. They're selling out Barbados. They're selling out. They're selling out their own people. It says, because you have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell we are at agreement, which is the so-called white man. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. So they believe in that they are in safety. It says, for we have made lies our refuge, and under force so that we hid ourselves. So by you taking that inoculation and eventually taking the ivory chip from along with the beast system, that is falsehood and lies. All right, because it's gonna be destroyed. You hid yourself under falsehood and lies. All right. Jumping on to verse 18, it says, and your covenant with death shall be disannulled. It's going to be null and void, because death and hell can't save you from the wrath of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, the one that sitteth upon the throne. And your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. When the days of trouble come, you're going to be destroyed. So all of you that think you could sell out against the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and buy into the image of the beast, guess what? You're going to be destroyed when the Lord comes. You're going to be destroyed when the Lord comes. So you might as well take your pressure now than to get the pressure later. All right? You just have to have faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and not be like the common J that can't take pressure. Speaking to the people that know. Speaking to them that wise. All right? The elect of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You have to hold strong. The days are evil. Don't take the inoculation. Don't take the eye for the chip. Don't sell out. With that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. I want to give double honor to the apostles of great mercy, not do rule well. Salutations to the men of the hopeful and sincere elect. This is your brother Makazar from the Trinidad camp saying shalom and stay strong. Shalom.